Hello, it's Monica from Crafting with Quilling Lady and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create super quick and elegant fast Holy Communion cards. If you like them, I really hope you'll feel inspired and craft something beautiful today. For my first card, I'm going to use Mystical Frames cutting die from Enchanted Dreams collection by Crafter's Companion. Using the outer die, I'm going to die cut it from 300 GSM white melty purpose card to create the card blank, but also with that frame, I'm going to die cut it from solid gold metallic card from Crafter's Companion, and later on, with that beautiful outer edge, I'm also going to die cut it from Snow White metallic card. I really like the shine it gives, so I thought that would be a perfect choice for elegant First Communion cards. So now you can see the pieces together and they catch the light absolutely beautifully. To embellish the front of a card, I'm going to use a ribbon that I got for Christmas. You don't have to use your ribbons just for Christmas, so have a look at your stash and what you've got and how you can embellish your projects. And I thought that this color would match that beautiful solid gold design we created. If you agree with me, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to use double-sided tape on the back and I'm going to attach the ribbon here. It's always a good idea to use your pokey tool with double-sided tape, but sometimes it is quicker just to use your fingernails. So when this is ready, it will be time to put the frame on a card here. Super quick and simple, especially with my magic glue, one and only, because as you can see it has that fine narrow nib and I really like it because that nozzle really helps you, especially with those intricate die cuts like in this case. So as you can see, I actually sped it up a couple of times so you don't have to watch me how to put it together. But seriously, to be honest, those 3 cards all together took me about 40 minutes to assemble them, so they are very quick, elegant, so they are time effective as well. When these elements are ready, it will be time for the next step. You always have to make sure that the glue is set properly. Now it is time to embellish the card further. So I've got that beautiful girl and also a sentiment using the same solid gold card from Crafter's Companion. And then I've got 2 other elements. And just to have a little bit more variation, I use white card for that element. So I'm going to have beautiful interest to my card. When these elements will be ready, it will be time to create a card blank. And as I told you, I'm going to use the outer frame from that beautiful Mystical Frames cutting die from Crafter's Companion. If you're interested in any of the products I use in today's video, I will try to leave as many links as possible in the description down below. Also on the have you ever created First Communion cards? If you haven't, there is one video up here in the top right corner. You can check how to create beautiful shadow box First Communion cards. Now it is time to write the name of the recipient and I'm going to use Tonic Studio cutting dice and I use gold mirror card. And using my low tack tape, I'm going to make sure that the name is on a straight line. So I do encourage you to use that technique as well. And using that one and only liquid glue, magic glue, I do have enough space to actually put it on a card. When these elements are ready, you have to very gently peel off the low tack tape and the card will be nearly done. But we have to create the back of the card. First I'm going to attach the front, so I've got very nice and sturdy card. And as you can see, these First Communion cards are all personalized. So what I like to do, I always like to ask what color hair does the person have. Then I actually create that person here and then I write the name of the recipient. Using my scoring board, I'm going to create a top flap. But as you can see, with that shaped frame we created, we have to get rid of the excess at the very top because when we're going to fold it, it will be visible. And I don't want that. So the very easy trick to do is to cut the excess off. Now it is time to fold it, burnish and adhere on a card. So as you can see, this card will go easily in a 5 by 7 inches envelope. So if you do have that Mystical Frames cutting die from Crafter's Companion, I really encourage you to play with it because you can create cards for so many different occasions. it's always a good idea to burnish the inside of the card first, and there is plenty of space to write your message. It is time to add a tiny bow on the left hand side, and again I'm going to use my one and only liquid glue. If you want, you can use a hot glue gun, that will be perfectly fine. But with that glue, I encourage you to leave the card for about 10 minutes to dry until the glue sets on a ribbon. So it is time for card number 2. This time I decided to go with a square, and I'm going to use that beautiful cutting die from Elements collection from Crafter's Companion. And as I told you, I'm going to leave all the names in the description down below. And I'm going to die cut it from Snow White Centura Pearl cards. I absolutely love the shine it gives, especially when it catches the light. If you do have that card, please play with it. You'll be amazed how many beautiful makes you can create. And using that solid gold, I created a frame. So it is time to put the elements together. First, I've got some double-sided tape on the back on the big square here, and I'm going to attach it, but I'm also going to put few drops of liquid glue, because with time, that dry adhesive dries even more. But if you use a few drops of liquid glue, that card will last forever. And that's exactly what we want, especially for those occasions. Do you have that Mystical Frames cutting die from Crafter's Companion, or this one, which is called Vicenza? I think that's the way to pronounce it, but I'm not very sure. But as I told you, all the names in the description down below. And as you can see, have a look what you've got in your stash, because I'm pretty sure you've got loads of beautiful dies and stamps you can use for variety of occasions. And especially with those beautiful ornamental, let's say, cutting dies, you can create so many different projects. So have a look what you've got. I'm pretty sure you can use them for lots of different occasions. When this is ready, we can move on to the next step. So it is time to put the sentiment and do a dry run. In this case, the boy is going to be blonde. So I thought, yes, that solid gold will match the card beautifully. It is time for other First Communion elements, and you always have to make sure that you've got enough space for all the elements you want. Again, I'm going to use those two cutting die sets from Tonic Studio to create the name of the recipient. And I do encourage you, use your alphabet stamps or cutting dies, because this way every single project will be unique. And actually this super easy way to personalize anything, right? So again, I'm going to use my one and only liquid glue. But in this case, if you do have some excess of the glue, as you can see, I use my left hand to get rid of it. But trust me, with time the glue dries clear, but you can get rid of it from your skin using just water, and that will be absolutely fine. So in this case, I decided to use 6 by 6 inches carte blanche, because I thought, for a boy, let's keep it simple, right? But still, it is very effective and beautiful, especially with that Centura Pearl Snow White card. I absolutely love it. It is time for the name of the recipient, and again I'm going to use that low tack tape, and this one is from Crafter's Companion as well. I really like it because you can reuse it for so many different projects. I can usually use it for about 10 times before I have to throw it away, so don't waste your tools. Please don't, just reuse them over and over again. It is time to make sure it is exactly what you want, and then be super gentle with peeling off that tape. And the card will be nearly done. As you can see, for those cards I didn't use any pearls or gems, because I thought the card itself is very beautiful and luxurious. So it is time to put it on 6 by 6 inches carte blanche, and there'll be plenty of space to write your message. Have you ever created the First Communion card, or maybe baptism cards? If you haven't, I do encourage you to do so. In Poland, it is a very big celebration. But if you want to create your first baptism card, the link is at the top right corner. So it will be time for card number 3. And in this case, I'm going to use the same Mystical Frames cutting die from Enchanted Dreams. I really like it, so I thought, why not? Let's give it a go again. So I've got that beautiful gold frame and snow white background panel. It will be time to get a little bit of gold ribbon. As you can see, this one, as I told you, comes from Christmas, but it doesn't really matter. I really like the color of it, and I thought that would be perfect for something elegant, right? So again, I'm going to wrap it around and use my double-sided tape to attach it on the back. And as you can see, I'm not putting any tape on the front of a panel because I learned with experience that if you use any tape on the front, just under your ribbon, that will be visible with couple of years. So I really want to avoid it, but there is always a way, and assemble the cut in a different way. So now I put the frame at the front so it will be also adhered to the ribbon. It is time for a girl, and as you can see, this one has black hair. So I do have that nice contrast on my card. It will be time to assemble all the other elements, and I really try to keep those cards simple. But I think they are elegant in the end. If you agree with me, please let me know in the comments down below. Also, it is time for the name of the recipient. You know how to attach all those elements, so you don't have to watch me how to do it. But I do encourage you for all those elements to use liquid glue. Trust me, it really makes a difference. When this is ready, I thought I really like it, but is there a way I can make it even more special? So I thought I really like the ribbon just under the name of the recipient. So later on, I'm going to create a bow that will match the card, like in the first card. It is time to attach those two panels together, so I'm going to have the front and the back. And using your scoring board, that really makes a massive difference, because you can create any shaped cards you want. And I do encourage you to play with your cutting dice. I'm pretty sure you've got plenty of them. So create something beautiful, special, and in a very unusual shape. As you can see, this cutting die should be just for the 5 by 7 inches cut base, but you know what? Yes, we can create our cut bases with this one as well. It is time to assemble the back and the front, and the card will be nearly complete. If you want, you can also add some flowers from your stash. If you create some foam flowers, they would be perfect for this occasion as well. So it is time to add that bow I told you earlier. And again, I'm going to use my one and only liquid glue, magic glue, to put it on a card. However, when you use it, I do encourage you to wait at least 10 minutes until the glue sets. And the card is ready. So what do you think about that snow white and gold here? Do you like that combo, especially for First Communion? Now you can see 3 cards all together, and I wonder which one is your favorite. Please let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching and spending that time with me. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you're new. And don't forget that every Monday I've got personalized cards on my channel. Have a wonderful day and happy crafting! Bye!